Wow, that was rough. So Detroit is a new film by director Katherine Bigelow, the same person who brought us The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, and it's about the 1967 Detroit riot. But in reality, that riot portion of this story is only about the first 20-25 minutes. The majority of this film takes place at the Algiers Hotel. And from that point on, it's about the most tension-filled and the most brutal thing I've seen in a long time. There's a group of young people staying at the Algiers Motel, and a cop comes in, played by Poulter, and puts him up against the wall, and he is possibly the most racist and the most despicable human being I have seen on screen since Michael Fassbender's performance in 12 Years a Slave. And the best thing that Katherine Bigelow did in this situation is made the audience feel as helpless as the people who were experiencing this. I mean, the tension is already built up enough when these people are all against the wall, and then somebody could either get beaten to death or shot, and then guess what? Everything just winds up even tighter. Funny enough, this is a story I didn't actually know about, so I'm really thankful that Katherine Bigelow was able to get it to the big screen in all of its brutal fashion, including the racism that came from Poulter. Let me tell you, everybody in this film did a great job. John Boyega brings his usual charisma to things, and Anthony Mackie and John Krasinski do a great job as well. But Poulter has my vote for Best Supporting Actor now. Every time this character was on screen, it was disturbingly unsettling. When he has these people pinned up against the wall and you see how cruel he is, but you realize you can't do anything about it, it just makes you feel so helpless. However, even before we get to the situation with Poulter and what happened at the Algiers, Katherine Bigelow did a great job showing how stressful things were at the very beginning of the Detroit riot. The realism of this movie took me by storm, and after I left the movie theater, I was speechless until I got to my house. And very much like with Zero Dark 30, Katherine Bigelow has successfully crafted a film that takes a story that is so tragic from our history and made a very, very powerful movie. The movie is difficult to watch for sure, but it's absolutely worth watching. If I can describe this film by combining other movies, it would be 12 Years a Slave meets Patriots Day. I might not be able to watch this movie ever again, but it doesn't matter, because Detroit absolutely is suit-worthy. Seriously, he's got a future ahead of him. But as always, it is what you guys say that matters. So have you already seen Detroit? And what did you think of it? More importantly, which film do you think is harder to watch? Patriots Day or Detroit? I really want to get your guys' input on this. Leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.